Hello, everyone. It's been a while. It's been about a little over a year. I've not really written down this video or anything because kind of just speaking from the heart here. Probably a bad idea. Probably should write things down, honestly. It goes a lot smoother, but I think I wanted to make this video because I think genuinely it's something that I've been thinking about for a really long time. And and it's like, I was thinking about making this Helldivers video, but I couldn't bring myself to do it ahead of this because unfortunately with everything that's going on in the world, it's kind of just like the elephant in the room, It's like I do just want to make stuff that hopefully makes people at least, not laugh, but kind of like when you send LOL, it's like it was kind of funny. You didn't actually laugh out loud, but you got a little bit of amusement at that. That's what my channel is basically. Not really very comedic or anything, but that's what I normally like to do. I like to just, make stuff that's fun and share videos with my friends and, keep my editing skills sharpened. This video is not like a comedic video. It's a little bit more somber, a little bit more serious and sobering. But that's one of the big things though, is like I've just been so busy. I've not been able to do anything with the channel. I'm not even in gaming that much. Definitely not been playing Into the Radius, that's for sure. Let's just say I got to the mission with Pobita Factory and I'm like halfway through it. That was traumatizing. Yeah, that game should come with like a recommendation for a good therapist. I think that would be a good call on their part. Be like, hey, here's you go. Here's how you deal with PTSD and horrors beyond your comprehension. But anyways, this channel got started way back in 2021. And I particularly don't like bringing up the 2020, 2023 era. I don't think anybody wants to relive that experience because it was just very tumultuous on top of being political and also people dying, some people not dying, and it's just a really difficult time to live through. But, I started that channel in 2021 and yeah, like living through that was really, really difficult. This is kind of therapeutic for me, honestly, talking about this, because no one's talked about it. That's what's so weird. No one has talked about this. It's like it's like it ended, It just kind of just ended one day, and then nobody talked about it again. It was so weird. It's so strange. No one mentions it anymore. No one talks about it. That's kind of what I'm talking about. See, like, this is hard. So, I started this channel, and I've always said that the reason I started this channel was to share videos with my friends and keep my editing skills sharpened. That's why I made these videos. That's the reason, I was happy when I had 3 subscribers. I'm elated at the fact that I have over 700. Never thought that would have happened. I think my videos are crap. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. The video's not over yet. Sorry. I don't need to say that. It's not the reason, though. I've not been completely open about why it started. Because I've tried to make YouTube videos before, and it didn't really stick. But this time, I really had a really strong commitment to it. And I had this kind of feeling in the back of my head. It's like, all right, if I just keep consistent with this, maybe I can keep building it and keep building it, and if people like the videos, which looks like some people have, I can eventually have something that could potentially earn me a living. Why that's the case is because of what happened in September of 21. So I kind of have to back up here a little bit, but what happened in 21 was a vaccine mandate. Let me tell you something. All right, I don't care what people say in the news. I don't care about all this other stuff that's going on. Personally, I can't take vaccines. I don't have any opinion on vaccines. They're great. They prevent diseases. I just can't take them. I'm not going to say why. I don't have to say why. but I can't take them. And this vaccine mandate came out for the virus that we don't speak of. And that thing, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like that is, I've taken care of dying family members before. That's like the most stress I've been in. This was the second most stressful thing I've been through. And maybe playing Sonic Heroes. That might have been the third. But anyways, yeah, like that was just awful. That was horrible. Like being told that you had to go and take this thing or losing your job, right? Losing your job. And it was very evident, right? It was a really, really toxic environment where I worked because I was genuinely scared of people asking me questions about my health. Like, are you vaccinated? I was afraid, constantly afraid. It was exhausting because it's like you don't know if someone's going to be crazy and going to light you up, report you, whatever. And, you know, I did apply for an exemption, but even though I got it, it didn't change anything because I was still considered unvaccinated. And I should also say, like, I got sick with the virus in 2020, like the OG virus, like the really ugly virus. I'm still alive, y'all. I'm still alive. I'm not deflating the intensity of it for other people, but man, like just that feeling of dread of not knowing whether you're going to be a part of society, not knowing whether you're just going to not have a job, whether you're going to be able to go buy groceries, you know, because there were stories about stuff in New York where they were telling people you had to get a vaccine passport to be able to go to restaurants or buy food. It's crazy. And, you know, that's the reason why the channel started, actually, was because I was like, all right, I don't know if I'm going to have a place in society. YouTube's like the only thing that I know that I could be fairly decent at. And so I started it, and I did that. And let me tell you, like, that's really, really hard because where I work, I had a lot of good benefits, a lot of good things for it. You know, it's just like, man, like not knowing whether you could like go to college and get a degree and actually use your degree. Like you're just removed from society altogether. Like you become a second-class citizen overnight, basically. But the mandate wasn't the worst part. In 2022, they started actually enforcing some bullcrap. They started enforcing the fact that if you didn't have the vaccine, and they were like, good grief, you were on a list, and your manager's like calling you up like, oh yeah, did you get that thing? And talking to you like that, and like, gosh, that's just like the worst time of my life. It's like the second worst time of my life. It's just like where it's like the manager is basically, you know, just telling you have to go do these things. In 2022, they started enforcing weekly testing. So if you didn't take the vaccine, you had to take a weekly test for the virus just because you didn't have it. Didn't matter if you had an exemption, right? Because again, I can't take them because reasons, not against it. And if I could, maybe I would, but they enforced it anyways. They forced me to take tests weekly. And to this day, I still have every single box of tests that they forced me to take because they literally threatened me. They had threatened me to say that they're going to fire me. By the grace of God, it ended unceremoniously. It was like 5 weeks later after they started doing that. CDC comes out, yep, people who haven't had it or have had it, we're going to treat them the same. And here's the thing, man. It would be one thing if the vaccine actually worked. It would be one thing. I wouldn't be angry if I wouldn't be upset if the vaccine actually worked. It didn't. It didn't work. They lied about it working. They said, "Oh, if you take this thing, you take this shot, you won't spread the disease, you won't get sick." Oh, and here's the crazy part. They told people that you don't have to test if you take the shot. So that was already corrupting the statistics. So people who got the shot didn't have to go take a test if they had symptoms. So people, more than likely, because the shot wasn't working, were getting sick with the virus and coming in to work and spreading it. That's crazy. But they didn't take the statistics on it because they didn't want the vaccine to look like it wasn't working. Completely corrupt, okay? And I have to say that. I have to say it's completely corrupt because it's what it is. So, after they did that, yeah, it was like 5 weeks. I tested every single week, negative. Every single week, negative. And then after that was over, it was just unceremoniously over. Just, they stopped caring about it. But when you get threatened with your livelihood being taken away from you for nothing, right? And the thing that they were telling you to do literally did not stop people from getting sick. People got sick, that's why they came out with the boosters. Those didn't work either. That makes me angry. What makes me even more angry than that is the fact that this shot literally caused people to have blood clots. And it's not a conspiracy because I know people that got blood clots. I know 2 separate people that got blood clots. I know another 2 set of people that had heart attacks right around the same time, right? Because the myocarditis being caused is also linked to that shot. I have a family member who ended up with neuropathy after taking the shot. I know another one with Bell's palsy. Never had Bell's palsy before in their life. Had that after they took the shot. And it wasn't everybody, right? Because, statistically, if the shot was 100% safe, the manufacturing process couldn't recreate the shot with 100% accuracy to its formula. So there would be a bell curve of outlying, sorry, I'm getting really nerdy here, a bell curve of outlying shots that could be problematic. They created millions of these things. They created millions of these things quickly, right? They didn't go through a 5-year process. They didn't go through the standard 5-year process for testing vaccines, and they gave it to people. And they lied to people that it worked, and they lied to people about its symptoms and its side effects, and they're still lying. And here's the final point, man. They didn't apologize. Like I said, no one talks about it. No one talks about it at all. They forgave themselves and moved on and act like they never did that. Like they never tried to remove people from society that didn't take the shot because, oh, they're the ones spreading the disease, even though everyone was still getting sick. Everyone was still spreading the disease, but they had to have their scapegoat. Gosh, like I'm not trying to make this video about, poor pitiful me. That's not the point of this video. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I want people to feel sorry for the people that got these shots and are now living with lifelong debilitating diseases. And look, I'm not saying the virus isn't bad either. That's the thing. I'm not saying the virus is benevolent or anything. But the shot wasn't any better. And the lies, man. There's so many lies about it. They tried desperately to just take advantage of people, take advantage of their fear, and make money off the situation. I think I do forgive people. I do forgive people. And I do hope that they actually seek forgiveness and not just forgive themselves and act like they didn't do anything wrong, because they haven't been seeking forgiveness. They've not apologized to anybody. No one's apologized for it. So, to say the least, I greatly dislike the Joe Biden administration. Greatly dislike it. this election means a lot to me because, as gross as it sounds, I didn't get into politics. Politics got into me. I've been living my life, right? Just trying to live my life. Live at peace with as many people as I possibly can. And in 2021, it was unavoidable. Politics was coming after me. I want to make politics boring again. Make it about dumb stuff that nobody cares about. That's why I'm going to tell people, don't vote for Kamala. Don't vote for the Democrat regime, okay? Otherwise, I'll have to go full-time. I might go full-time anyways. We'll see. But remember to forgive your enemies, right? But I would say give your enemies another opportunity. I'm not going to give people any more opportunities. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to make a Helldivers video soon. Going to finish Into the Radius one of these days. One of these days, man. Who knows? I don't know what'll happen. Maybe there'll be people trying to gaslight me, trying to say, oh, it wasn't a big deal, or people trying to say, like, oh, it's fine, you know. What's the problem, you know? Yeah, don't trust those people. Don't trust those people trying to invalidate it, or trying to invalidate me. Those people, it's evil, man. It's evil. Thank you all for watching. Remember, God made you special, and He loves you very much. Even when you do stupid stuff. Goodbye.